And broadcast is on the air. Welcome, everyone, to Dresden Files, New York. Now, first questions first. Who would like to, is there anyone out there who requires fate chips because they are under their refresh?
Oh, okay.
I believe I have 6 right now.
And I believe your refresh
I
is
have
1.
4.
Refresh
Everybody gets
has not gone up, right?
Jesus, your refresh is less than mine. That is impressive to do.
Maybe I should actually do a thing and log into Roll20.
I
good
didn't
idea.
log into Roll20.
Let's see. No, I think I'm actually at refresh. No, above refresh. Sweet.
I believe that my refresh is 35.
I believe you're mistaken. There's a typo somewhere.
You already got like.
Oh, I love my
higher
crazy
than mine.
friends.
And of course, Maxwell is still here with us in spirit, like he has been for...
He did express some interest in returning, but is concerned about the amount of time it would take to revamp his character to be useful. So perhaps that can be arranged another time.
If you can tell him that I am normally available whenever to help work with that.
Okay.
There's probably going to be a thing going on that will give him the perfect opportunity to revamp his character.
Okay.
Quick question. How many skill points are we at? Because I think I need to update my character.
37, I believe.
What?
27.
27.
I was about to ask. Oh boy, I can add more.
I'm a... Yeah, I
Put
have...
them all
Yeah,
in
me too.
seconds.
recorded.
My
I was scared.
mind thought almost 30,
Yeah,
and the
you
last
missed one
number
there.
is 7. So
Okay. I was gonna say that's 11 higher than I recorded. I'd expected 1 or 2.
yeah, you've missed a whole hell of a lot. Like,
God damn.
all right, so who would like to fill in what has happened recently in game?
How recently?
Well, we have a Patrick here, so the highlights of
Let's
some
see.
things for that would be good,
Excuse me.
Let's see.
and then definitely a recap about what happened last game to get us all into it. So
My brain has to remember. Give me a second.
We should talk about all the times that Sterling blew his
Sterling came looking for you because he was sent to look into the weird people that your character is associated with. Eddie discovered that the Illuminati is real. Eddie has since joined the Illuminati. Eddie can vanquish ghosts, which is awesome. Maddie came back from whatever mission she was on with her brother. Sterling got arrested and then unarrested.
Sterling got captured, and then no one went to rescue him. And then Caitlin decided to do something about it.
We followed our group's rules and we ordered takeout and then we went to rescue him. Let's see, what else?
Do it.
Yes, Caitlin rescued him as per usual.
Rescued. Can you hear the
let's see.
air quotes in my voice?
Maddie accidentally hurt Sterling's dog. Sterling is now technically living in Tabby's apartment because he is over there for food all the time because Tabby has turned into the group cook, apparently.
What can I say? That pad thai is excellent.
Did I miss anything?
Yes, you missed what happened last session.
Oh, right. We met Spider-Man. We went to have a chat with Spider-Man. Then the two annoying dragon minion chicks showed up and wreaked havoc. And now they're going to get their asses handed to them.
Oh yeah, because
At least that's my plan anyway.
guess who got a spot of their blood? The
Oh,
wizard
gee.
did.
Oh, Jesus, that's worrying.
I also now have Mr. Gruff Sr. as my teacher, and I have a magic book from Corpse Lady.
Yes, from Corpse Lady. Who we love and adore.
Caitlin just got captured by Legion.
Again?
Again?
He was there for that.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yes.
I was there for the initial capture where I didn't do shit.
You were there for the rescue, too.
Were there 2 captures?
No, just one.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
This
Okay.
is before I came around.
I remember the first one, and I still feel bad.
Yeah. We
So
still
Caitlin-
love Caitlin.
Kitlin's eye is, she's still a pirate.
Yes.
Yar har fiddle dee dee.
Our.
Do what you want because a
Yeah,
pirate is
no.
free.
Maddie is currently in a she's having a crisis of competence and doubting herself because of the Sterling Dog incident.
An existential crisis.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Anyway, so as
I tried
we
to
were,
make a deal with the Fae to rip all of her magic away forever.
yeah,
It didn't work out.
you want to get out? No, we'll pull you deeper in. Anyway, so you left, and you got the new. So when we last left, oh yes, why are you guys so angry about the those 2 people coming in and smashing the place up? I mean, it's a place. I mean, nothing
They
really.
beat up my character's father figure.
Mhm.
Was that
And
Master
then-
Torres?
Yes, and then decided to smash him in the head on the way out the door in order to delay us. So
They gonna
yeah,
die.
the dragon's pissed.
Right.
The
Good
wizard
enough.
is also hired in the dragon's service.
Uh-huh.
And, well, I don't know.
Be right back.
Beneath
Alright.
all the rage and angst, Sterling's a pretty good guy.
I was going to start, but then someone just decided to go BRB.
There goes the dog.
That is the dog. Anyway. So all that happened. Unfortunately, Eddie can't be here. So, darn it, because I really need to start the scene with Heather. And Heather just left.
Let's see, what else did we do previously?
Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna focus on Parvis.
Yay!
Parvis.
Shit. Yes.
Parvis, what have you been up to in this time that you've been away?
I'm thinking about this, and the only thing I can think of clearly is kind of ran away and has been living in the sewers.
Right.
Just for a while. Just trying to get his head wrapped around
In
everything.
the sewers?
Well, I mean, we're
Well-
New York City.
You might have seen a kind of disheveled wizard covered in tattoos with leg manacles on his legs, sort of hobbling his way down the sewers.
Yeah, that was a very peculiar sight a few days ago.
Yeah.
A guy crawled into the sewers with leg shackles on.
It was me.
No way. I don't believe
You don't know this person.
I did a thing.
Would it be something that would have interested Parvis enough for him to have?
Hang on, let me give my stuff a quick look. I sadly don't have the curiosity one anymore, but I still have that one aspect for it. I don't know how I got here, but I want to find out. This person looks magical, so I would probably go after that. I'm not saying for compels. I'm saying in character.
Okay, that's fine. Yes. So
It's been a while.
You follow them, and well, I believe he comes out in a section of town that you are familiar with. He came out in Chinatown.
Why am I somehow not surprised?
Mm-hmm. He walked to a building you were rather familiar with. It's the building you lived in. He walked into a room you were somewhat familiar with. It was the room next door.
Huh. I have a new neighbor.
You've been able to listen through the walls for all that's happening. You saw Tabby and this guy basically get into a fight over a dog at the top of the stairs, and then proceed to drop that dog down said stairs.
The fuck?
It was wiggling. We failed our might checks. Don't judge us.
Ouch. I mean,
really, it would have been something that I would have called for a roll, but then both of them bombed their might checks. And I'm like, well, the only thing, dog wants to be free. These two people want to fight over it. Dog gets free.
Dog becomes Slinky.
whoa, poor dog.
Heather, have you returned?
Yes.
All right, that's good. So,
Sorry, needed to pee.
Parvis, would you have been following them through all of this still?
I still gotta watch over my friends, or... Well, yeah. Yeah, we'd be following him.
All right.
I'm trying to get back into his head, and it's hard. My brain is not meant to be a rat.
But he is the prettiest rat.
He is the Chris Hemsworth of rats.
He's the clever rat. We love him.
He's the Hemsworthiest of rats, yes.
Yes.
So you are in the dojo where a lot of stuff has happened.
Okay.
You saw actually in this dojo the tattooed guy and Tabby and a person that you were fairly certain is a warden had a conversation. Now they're back here with Eddie and a weird guy who, well, is this guy right here. That face. That face right there.
Oh. Ah, okay, I see.
The face of Andrew Adams. And, yes, Massey. Anyway, so, as you, are all throughout, doing all this, so you see them huddling over a body in the middle of the floor, surrounded by blood.
Okay.
The body of a Japanese Oriental man.
Wasn't Master Torres, was it?
It is Master Torres.
Because was I there to meet him? I don't remember.
Yes. You met him and you picked up a business card
You're
because
right.
you wanted to learn from this guy.
You're right, I did. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Thank you.
Well, he's probably a vegetable now, so you may not get that chance.
Oh.
Eddie gets a call, and he has to go. He's like, I gotta go, and he runs away.
Wuss.
As fast as his crazy hair will allow, he runs away.
That stuff must like.
He gets hissed at as he leaves the room.
I mean, it could be Kathy. Are you really going to hiss at him for, like, going intending to Kathy?
She doesn't know it's Kathy. He didn't say it was Kathy. He just got a phone call and left.
All right, it's Kathy. All right, gone.
If it's Kathy, then she doesn't hiss.
He could have said to like keep an eye on Master Torres.
Yeah, that's what I was going to have him do, but I will go to plan B for that.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a plan B on that one.
All right, so you have called for someone to show up.
She is called for medical aid.
Right. Parvis, you are watching all of this unfold. What are you doing?
I wish he was smart enough to do some basic medical stuff, because doesn't exactly like watching people get the shit beat out of them.
I mean, his face kind of got webbed up. Hello, Sarah? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you. Don't worry. Don't worry, we're getting to you. Don't worry. So anyway, Parvis, what are you doing? Are you staying as a rat?
Instead of panicking and going like, "Oh my gosh, is there anything I can do to help?" I can at least keep an eye on everyone. Like this, anyway.
So you're just staying a rat?
Yep, and watching. Because again, he's freaking impossible to detect as a rat unless another rat finds him.
Oh, okay. So that's what Parvis is doing. Anytime you want to say, and Parvis enters.
Oh, I will.
All right, just want to let you know. So Tabby, you're there, you make the call. Sterling, what are you doing?
Sterling went downstairs to get a sample of one of the Oni tattoo girl's blood that he made her bleed.
No one makes her bleed her own blood. No one.
I made her bleed her own blood.
Yes. So now you got the blood. What are you doing with it?
Oh, he's also going to grab one of Master Torres' teeth,
Okay.
just in case.
That will be an alertness test.
Yep. God damn it, Worcester. Why do you do this?
I just got the same thing. Don't worry about it.
What?
Is there like a tornado warning or something?
Amber
Possibly.
alert.
Huh?
Amber alert.
Oh.
Mm.
And see, I got the same thing. Let's not be in my county.
Amber Alert saddened me.
Anyway,
Okay, so
Sterling,
blood.
alertness test.
Fantastic. Let's see.
Oh, right, character sheet. That's a thing I should have.
It is a thing you should have. But
That is a
yeah, you're able
5.
to find one of the teeth. All right. So I
Awesome.
guess you're trying to start up a ritual.
You guessed it.
All right. So let me go to the doing thaumaturgy thing, because you are doing thaumaturgy. Have you been looking up the how to do thaumaturgy stuff?
Like the Bible.
All right. So then we're going to walk through this, and this is going to be a good example on how to do thaumaturgy.
Then I will pay attention.
Yes. Other people who have learned thaumaturgy might want to pay attention also.
I am
So-
paying attention.
The first step is to determine the desired effect, which will determine the complexity of the spell. So you want to find someone, right?
Yes.
So that's probably not solve an improbable or impossible problems, although it could go that. That's kind of the catch-all thing.
It's
It's
most
not-
likely provide inaccessible knowledge.
Yes, but I'm going through the steps by steps.
Okay.
It's not creating a lasting change in people or things. It probably is providing inaccessible knowledge. It's not interaction with the supernatural, and you're not shaping magical energies into physical form. So it is inaccessible knowledge. Allows the wizard to learn things in circumstances where they normally could not. Uses thaumaturgy to perform an assessment action. Using the requirements for an assessment as a guideline for the complexity. Successful casting of spell allows you to assess facts and aspects related to the target. So trying to find the location. Again, this would be something that would be defended by their hiding and other things like that. So how many shifts of power are you wanting to put into this spell?
5.
A total of 5 shifts of power. Okay.
Yep.
What is your lore rating?
It is 3.
3. So you are not ready to just start prepping. You're not ready to just start casting because the complexity of the spell is less than your lore.
Yep.
Oh, also the thing is, I should let you know that when you cast this spell, it will have a duration of only 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
With that level of shifts of power. You can add additional shifts of power onto it to increase the length in a jumping up manner, each step on the time track, which means 15 minutes. If you put in a shift of power, we'll increase it up to 30 minutes. An additional shift of power will make it last for an hour. A shift of power after that will go to 2 hours, then to 12 hours. You know. So do you only want something that's going to only take 15 minutes? Or do you want a tracking spell that would last longer?
Let's go for longer, just in case if we get hung up.
All right.
I'll stick in one more shift. 6. 30 minutes
So-
should do it.
That goes to 30. All right. Admittedly, I will remind you that puts you 3 shifts of power over, and most things come in groups of 2, so you could probably just as easily get it up to an hour.
Go for it.
If you went for 7. All right. So that's 7 shifts of power for this spell, and you need it to happen. Well. And you are at a lore of 3, because I'm going to say that this is probably a biomancy divination because you're trying to locate a physical body. So divination provides is the type of magic that provides information, and biomancy is having to do with people. So this is a biomancy divination spell. You are with complexity of 7. You're at 3, which means you need to make up 4 shifts in order to be able to cast this spell. You can make up those shifts by, of course, by several ways. You can make it up by invoking aspects, which means you pay chips and invoke aspects. You can make declarations. Basically, say you go out and you're doing certain things to get the spell going, and then you just get them for free. You can inflict consequences on yourself, or accept them, or inflict them on other people, either willing or unwilling. If they're unwilling, they really need to be bound up first. Or you could just skip scenes. So, what is your plan for making up this thing? Because this spell, you are not ready to cast it right now.
Declarations.
What are you going to do to make up this? Declarations. So what's the first declaration you'd like to make?
We're going to go back to Sterling's apartment, and we're going to use his toolkit to do this.
All right, so you're going to run. You're going to run back to your apartment and get your toolkit.
Yes.
Okay.
Or no. The rest of the folks are going to come along with me, if they would like.
The toolkit's at Tabby's place
Yep.
in the basement.
So Sterling's going to run off, and you're going to run off and do that. Okay. you're leaving the guy here?
As he's
Tabby's-
turning to leave, he gives Tabby a look. You coming?
Get what you need and come back here. I will not leave Hector until medical attention's arrived. There's not really much I can do to help you out with your spell. Bring
All right.
back what you need.
Sterling goes off to get his kit.
Make me a lore roll. You're gonna need good lore in order to have stuff. Because you running back really isn't a thing. You can do that easily. All right, yeah. No, you when you do get back there, you will find out that you have just the stuff that you need. So there is an aspect on the scene of Sterling's spell toolkit. All right. Tabby, while you're waiting, because this is going to take some time for him to come back with stuff, the door opens. In walks a lady. You know her as one of the healers of thing. She mostly uses herbs and other things like that. Some chanting, some light magic. She kind of walks in and looks at you and goes, "What is the issue?"
She points to Hector.
She
This is
goes,
outside. If this is outside of your skills, there are others we can call, but he needs attention now.
She looks down at him. She puts her hand on his head, closes her eyes, frowns, and goes, She goes, no, I can do this. And she reaches into
What do
her
you
bag
need?
and she pulls out a syringe.
Jam it in his heart.
You know this syringe.
I do.
Yes, this is the syringe that contains, it contains a liquid that when translated into English is called the quiet passing.
What are you doing?
I am assisting him.
Don't.
I am going to remove his pain so that he may transition on peacefully.
Are you saying he is dying and there's nothing that can be done to heal him?
Indeed, the damage is too great.
Even if I got him to a hospital?
Yes. Even if it's like, no, there is no mortal medicine that can save this man.
Can I roll scholarship just to make sure that she's telling me the truth?
Sure. You can roll empathy also if you want to try to just get it from her.
Hold on, I want to see which one's higher. Empathy, because I don't have scholarship on this character.
You don't think that she doesn't seem to be lying. She's just looking at you and giving you the straight facts. She's like, even if a hospital, if you were to get to a hospital right now, or within the times, even if they were to be able to fix him, he would be at best physically deformed for the rest of his life, and most likely either handicapped or a vegetable.
She doesn't stop her.
Oh my god. Doesn't stop you. You were trained in tutor Torres.
What is she supposed to do? Brandon.
Scream, cry, rage.
I think you should look at the chat.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take the chip. And Tabby goes, no, wait, I have one more friend. Give me one more chance. And Tabby's calling Maddie.
Right, Maddie. You're at home. I'm assuming you've been studying and looking over through this book ever since you got it.
Sarah.
I'm sorry. I am.
Hello, I am here, and I have been studying.
Yes. So you are here with a Kitlin.
Right.
The phone rings.
Right, I pick up the phone. Oh,
Maddie, it's Tabby.
look, if you want to yell at me about the dog, I already
I'm not
feel
gonna
bad
yell at you about
enough.
the dog. I need your help, and I need it now.
What's wrong?
For lack of a better word, my father is dying, and I need your help.
I'm on my way. And she hangs up. And she's gonna grab her go bag in the book.
Tabby calls her again.
There's a chip for your savior complex.
Tabby calls you back.
Well, I'm
Maddie,
already leaving.
Tabby's calling you again.
Well, okay, I'll grab the phone
Kitten's
again, I guess.
following.
Because my cell phone's still busted, so I assume you're calling a shop's phone.
Yes.
I wonder who did that. Busted all the phones.
Hello?
Don't you kind of need to know where I am?
Well, I assumed you were at home.
No.
Oh. Okay, well, where am I
And
going?
Tabby gives her the address for the dojo in Chinatown.
Okay.
Kitlin,
Yep.
Maddie's rushing around grabbing things. What are you doing?
Helping.
All right.
Ride or die.
All right. I'm guessing you guys are jumping in the car and heading on over? I'm guessing you guys are jumping in the car and heading on over. Oh, actually, I
Yes.
should be asking, while all this is going on, Andrew, what have you been doing?
Well, let's see. Last game, I helped web up that one person, if I remember correctly. And I don't think that we've actually had the conversation about what we're going to do next when it comes to the whoever's behind
Annoying
the
chicks?
phone. Yeah.
No, we haven't had that conversation. Tabby's not really in a mood, but we can chat. I mean,
Andrew completely understands that right now is not the time for it. Because it looks like there's other crap going on, obviously. However, it does seem like it might also possibly kind of sort of be connected. I don't
connected to what?
know. Mainly right now, Andrew's just kind of observing and trying to see what he should be doing next. Because obviously he was going to be taking his last game. He got gathered down to that little conversation area. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I think, what should I do? Remind me, who was I talking to last game?
You were talking to Eddie mostly, but you also started, talking to Tabby and Sterling.
Right. Okay.
Eddie has unfortunately ran off. So.
All right.
You're left with the dragon lady who's not lighting fires anymore.
Right.
She just seems to be sort of smoking out her ears, kind of like Morticia Gomez
Ah,
from the Addams Family. Do you mind if I smoke?
I feel like if I were to ask her anything right now, she would not be really receptive to the idea.
Oh,
No, you can
Oh, yeah.
talk to her. She's okay.
So the smoke, you start smelling a very sweet smell. It doesn't smell like marijuana, but it smells a different kind of sickly sweet
Mm.
and smoky, sweet and smoky.
Kind of like church incense, maybe?
Uh,
Or like barbecue.
kind of more like opium.
Okay. It's
And
perfume,
the
I guess.
smell seems, the smell seems like it's coming from Tabby.
Okay.
Anyway, so, Sterling, you get back with your kit. Actually, make me an athletics roll, Sterling.
Whee!
Modified by your endurance. Athletics, what's your endurance?
Endurance is the same.
All right, then it doesn't change at all. So there. Your athletics modified by your endurance, you're getting back on time. So you run in, you've got your kit of stuff, you've got the tooth, you got the blood, but you're not quite ready to do the spell yet. You still have to make another at least one declaration or make it compel.
It's time to draw a circle. Sterling goes into his kit. He grabs out a very simple bit of chalk and traces on the ground a circle. He steps inside of it and pulls out, also from the kit, an ordinary compass. Or rather, not so ordinary. There's a couple of runes etched around the rim of the compass that the discerning eye might be able to see.
The thing I have to ask is, drawing the circle
Mhm.
is not a declaration.
No.
Drawing a circle is just a thing. You're not ready to cast a spell yet. You're only at 5, even when you tag that aspect. You have to get to 7.
Well, let's see. So, well, walk me through it a little bit. What sort of things can I declare here? Give me some ideas.
You can sort of you've read Dresden Files, right?
Yes.
What sort of things? What thing does Harry do every time before he gets ready to cast a large spell?
He draws in his power.
He does, but before that,
You can, like, for the biomancy I did a couple weeks ago, I burned incense, I cleansed myself,
prepares the
I had everybody eat so that they were, had energy within themselves to fuel the healing. So it's any number of things you can do to boost the power.
Got it.
you could try to clear your mind before that, doing some meditation to get yourself prepared. Or, like Harry does, he takes a shower to wash off excess magical energies, which could be clinging on to him and might fuck up the spell.
Okay. Sterling's going to go for the meditation bit. He's going to sit in the circle, close his eyes, cross his legs, hold it still there for a couple of seconds.
It's going to take you several minutes to do this.
Yep.
And give me a discipline roll. You're going to need good discipline in order to do this.
Thankfully, that is my highest skill. That is a 5.
All right, that works. So you are you have your toolkit and you have centered yourself in order to cast this tracking spell. After a few more times of it going on, there's a thing. So as you're sitting there, Maddie and Kitlin, you enter the room. Kitlin, I want you to roll me alertness.
Sorry, I forgot my character.
All right. As you're walking in, you think you can smell a familiar scent.
I'm gonna stop and try and see if I can figure out where it's coming from.
Your roll me scholarship.
Can I roll investigation?
Sure. All right. Roll me scholarship also, please. All right. You think the scent is coming off from a dark corner underneath, like, some benches in the area. Harvest, Kitlin is heading right towards you.
Okay.
Let's go investigate.
While this happens, Maddie, you walk in, you see a bloody body on the floor. You see Sterling sitting in a circle, seemingly doing meditation. You see a guy I don't think that you've met and don't recognize, just kind of standing there looking very like, I don't know what to do. And you see Tabby probably pacing the floor.
And fuming. Literally.
Smoke curling up, everything.
Yes.
As I said, Morticia Adams when she's smoking.
Yes, there is smoke that is coming off of her as she exhales. The smoke is sweetly, it is a sickly sweet smelling smoke of opium.
All right, I'm going to point at Sterling and say, what's he doing?
Tracking the bastards that did this. Please, help him if you can. And she points to Hector.
Right,
The
I'm going
body on the
to
floor.
rush over, yanking my medical kit behind me, and try to do a basic assessment of his injuries.
All right, roll me a scholarship roll, please. All right, from the haltering way he's breathing, it sounds like at the very least he has a collapsed lung. It is very obvious to see that part of his skull has been broken and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're looking at intracranial hemorrhaging as the primary problem.
Well, and the lung. The lung is also not very good. There also could be some internal bleeding and likely multiple other fractures. His body is very badly beaten up. Admittedly, it would take like a more thorough investigation than what you have the time to do with your eyes right now to fully assess everything wrong with him, or you could try to do a biomancy divination on him.
I do want to do that, but first I want to reinflate the lung, because that's fairly easy and might take the strain off of his body. So all that needs to be done, generally speaking, to reinflate even a badly damaged lung is to pierce it with a needle. And I would have one in my bag.
Yes.
So I could at least do that first to try to stabilize him a little, and then I can try something else.
Yeah, sure. Roll me another scholarship. You could probably need to get at least a good on this to not cause problems.
Right, I got a 4.
All right. Now, you are able to pierce the lung, and it starts filling again. You can hear the air going in and out, and his eyes kind of open up a little bit, like his eyes had been half lidded, and his eyes open a little more, and he starts kind of shaking and his body starts twitching a little bit more.
Okay.
As
I'm
soon
gonna
as,
call
as, soon
for.
as Tabby sees that, she drops next to him.
Yes, like you need to keep him calm. I'm gonna give him something to stop him from going into shock, and I'm gonna dig back through my bag.
All right.
Looking for morphine, etc., etc.
Sure. You are able to get him into a semi-stable condition. However, as you go through it, you start learning all the stuff that the other healer basically was telling her. Like,
Yeah,
the
that
damage.
he's on his way out, and this is not helping.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to try to read him
Okay.
with biomancy.
All right. So that would be providing access to knowledge. What kind? All right. So how many shifts of power would you like to put into it? Because your lore rating is currently a 0, but you have a +1 to your lore complexity for biomancy, and you
I thought I had a 3 altogether.
yes. Oh, I was going to say from your specialization, and a +2 from the notes in the book. So that would be a 3. You can start getting a 3 right now, or you can try for something a little more higher up.
Can I try to increase? Can I put an aspect out with my scholarship, sort of knowing where to look?
Sure. Yes, you can tag your own aspect to instantly add 2 and at no time whatsoever. But
Okay.
it will cost you a chip to do that.
Well, no, I meant to roll for it. Wasn't that
Okay.
something you said I could do?
You can do that, but it will take time and do with an actual physical examination in order to do that. Much like
No, I'm gonna spend a chip.
yeah,
He
much
doesn't
like
have time.
yeah, Sterling is not spending time right now. Also, like
Mhm.
so yeah. So now that's 5 shifts of power.
Yep.
And spell is instantly ready to go. Like you don't need a circle. You don't need anything. You're able to just call the spell up in your head because you're like, I don't need to check everything. I just need to check these places. So you limit out the spell in your head, and it's a lot easier for you to just imagine the circle that you would need to draw and do it
Okay.
mentally.
All right. So now what do I do?
Now you need to call for. Now probably just draw a circle around yourself, which doesn't, that doesn't do anything. And then call forth the energy before you put your hand on him. You need to hit 5 shifts of energy.
And what do I roll for that?
You would call. What is your conviction?
3.
3. You can call 3 shifts of power up without taking any mental stress. You can call 1 shift above it by taking 1 hit of mental stress. You can call 2 shifts above it by taking a 2 hit of mental stress. But you have to control that with your discipline roll plus your discipline modifier of the stone, which I'm assuming that you have.
Okay. Well, I'll do that.
Right. So how much are you calling up?
5, you said, right?
Yes, you can call 5 up in just one go and just get ready to cast a spell right here.
Yep. So I will do that.
All right.
And now I roll for control, right?
Yes. Boom, you got it. In fact, you don't even have to call on the spell because you have what's it called? You're kind of tapping into your summer potential year while you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of go there and you put your hand on it and you instantly get a readout of everything that's wrong with his body.
Okay.
and you start sorting through. It's like, yeah, his kidneys are going a little bad and they aren't working properly. He should probably cut out some cheeseburgers. That is the level of information that you're getting. But there's also stuff that's like, his right leg is fractured, his right arm is fractured, they're minor fractures. Several of his ribs are broken, and one of them has punctured the other lung, and it's starting to slowly fill with blood. There are many things that are probably going to, at the very least, kill him. You think if he were in a hospital right now, his life would be able to be saved. But you're not certain that getting him to the hospital would be beneficial because any movement of him is going to be an issue. And just likely exacerbate things. If he had the good sense to get his ass kicked in a hospital, this would be less of a problem.
I see. And the head wound?
Head wound is very severe. It is already causing swelling in his brain.
All right. So,
That's not good.
do I get the sense that if I fixed his head, we could move him carefully to the hospital with the lung, or is the lung going to kill him too?
Probably lung is going. It's probably gonna kill him too. And the other main issue is that his body really needs help. And he has.
Well, if he has one functional lung, you know what I'm saying, Massey?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start flipping furiously through my book for healing of the brain, which I was researching anyway because of the dog.
Yes.
And
This is where we're going to take a step back. All right.
okay.
Okay. So in most healing spells, they don't actually what's it called they don't really they most of the healing spells in the game don't just get rid of an injury, they make an injury start healing faster. What you want to do here to fix this damage is going to be create a lasting change in a person. And you're going to want to do it to it's going to be like you're inflicting consequences upon him, but instead of inflicting them, you're removing them. So you're throwing shifts of power at him in order to get rid of it. In order to basically get him back to a decent health, you're probably going to need somewhere between 24 to 32 shifts of power. 32 will probably get him fully back into health. 24 will most likely get him out of the woods, but he'll probably need a rather long recovery time.
Okay. And how can something like that be accomplished? By extreme careful preparation, or asking of God?
How can something with 24 shifts be accomplished? The same way Sterling accomplished something with just 7 shifts, just more of it. And also, you don't need to be the only one who does aspects. Other people can go out and do things for you.
Okay. So basically, I can borrow from their strength for this.
Yes, well, it's like Kitlin can go out and steal you something and bring it back, and that is helpful in the ritual.
Okay.
You know, like Tabby could flip through a book and do some research for you, or it's basically everyone is able to do something. Kitlin, so Parvis. So we're gonna pause there for a second, and we're gonna go to Parvis because Parvis. So Kitlin is like coming over towards you, kind of sniffing at your general direction. What are you doing?
I mean, I'm not particularly trying to hide from them. I'm just sort of watching, so.
Kitlin, you find a rat that smells very familiar.
I'm gonna get down and kind of look at him, tilt her head side to side. Hi, Parvis.
Sits on his hind legs and waves with one hand.
Oh, with one tiny ratty hand?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Hey, a rat can do that. Theory.
Parvis is adorable.
So
I'm gonna
Tabby,
reach out and pick him up.
you just heard Kitlin go, "Hey, Parvis."
You here too, clever rat?
Squeak.
I said, you here too, clever rat.
He'll take a step to the side so he doesn't wind up smacking Kitlin when he transforms and turn back into his human form.
Okay. Did you take one of the robes when you ran?
Yep.
All right. He's in one of the robes.
Like, he's still got the... What's it called? You said there's like a collar in the rat form and like a tail collar thing. Tail ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's cute.
So Parvis steps out and he turns into Parvis.
Hello.
Somebody's looking for you.
Hello, clever rat.
All right. Sterling, your meditation is complete. You are able to successfully block out all of these sounds. You are now ready to cast your spell.
Excellent.
Sterling! Sterling!
Leave Sterling alone right now. Kitlin.
But he was looking for Parvis.
I know, but right now he's trying to find the insert Chinese curse word ladies that did this to Hector. Then he can talk to Parvis.
Parvis didn't do anything.
Sterling, you're ready.
I know.
Please describe the spell and then start channeling power into
I'm not going to let anything happen to you, clever rat.
Okay.
He's going to take the sample of blood from the Oni sisters. He's going to smear it along the rim of the compass where the runes are carved. Hold it to his forehead and magic words. Sev Kumin. And then he's going to shove that magic on into the spell.
All right. Okay, so how many shifts of power are you calling up?
7.
7 in one go?
In one go.
Yes. You can break it down. So you can call up 3 and then 4, or 4 and then 3, or then 2 and then 2 and then 1.
Let's do 3 to start off with.
3? Okay. What's your lore? No, your conviction.
It's-
What's your conviction?
Conviction is 3. Lore is the same,
3.
but lore...
All right, so it's going to take you about 5-10 minutes to call up this power and put it into the spell, but you can do it.
Okey-doke.
Maddie is faster than you, mostly because she has a thing that actually lets her be faster than you.
Yeah, I'm not doing deals with fairies.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, you guys hear Sterling start chanting, and everyone feels the energy kind of like building up in the room. Maddie, you can tell he's channeling power.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Caitlin kind of looks over at Maddie and then turns to Tabby and goes, "Is Maddie trying to give him cancer too?"
Eh,
No. I'm going to try and help him if we can. He's fought for me for a long time. I'm going to fight for him now, too. What do you need of me, Maddie? Ask it.
I've never done anything like this before, but I need something to draw a circle with. If you don't have a band of metal, I need at least 2 people to loan me their strength. I need medical textbooks. Candles would probably help because that's what I picture with crazy rituals, and I need someone to talk to me before I throw up.
Tabby's going to put her hand gently on Maddie's shoulder. Calm down.
Caitlin's
Take a
gonna
breath
run
with
back.
me.
It's okay.
Take a breath with me. In time with me. And
She
Tabby's
does.
going to kind of lead her in a calming meditation. Just breathing slowly to calm her down.
Okay. So. You know what? Roll me report, Tabby.
You know I'm not good at that. No, Tabby's very bad at that.
Dragon can't do words good.
No, dragon do punch better.
All right. That is enough for me to establish a fragile aspect. All right.
All right, there we go. Tabby's helped you out a bit.
All right. You have the fragile aspect reassurance from Tabby.
Right. Okay. She's going to take a big, very shuddering breath. She's going to turn to Caitlin and say, "You're good at finding things and stealing things. I don't have enough of what I need. I need you to find me a textbook about, the brain. I need the images from it. If you can't find something like that, sneak somewhere and print out some diagrams."
Okay.
All right. I need something to make a circle out of.
Tabby's going to motion to the healer lady she called. Help us.
You know, there's a
Here's the
discarded.
lady who left.
She left? Okay.
That'll work too, unfortunately.
There's Sterling just drew a circle with chalk, and it's kind of sitting. That little stick of chalk is just kind of sitting by itself, and he's.
Tabby's going to run over and borrow Sterling's chalk.
All right. So, 1 second. So Maddie was freaking out. Tabby, would you like to tag your aspect of reassurance from Tabby to get Maddie to calm down and give her a chip?
Yes. Do I have to give you a chip?
No.
I get a free tag on it.
Yeah. So Maddie, there's a chip for you to calm down.
Hooray! I'm calm.
All right.
Ish.
So
I was
there's-
also thinking you might be able to use that aspect in the spell, too.
well, unfortunately, it's a fragile aspect, so
It's been used, yeah.
it has gotten her a compel, and then she can also use that to calm herself down. All right.
All
So,
right. Is there likely to be anything in my magic book thing here of creating a circumstance for a ritual where I could borrow other people's strength?
roll me scholarship to do research on your book,
Okay.
or do you want to just tag the book and say that it has it?
What do I do to achieve that?
You can either spend a chip to tag your journal, scholar of the Blackbound Journal of Thaumaturgy, to say it has it, and then that works.
Can I roll first and chip later?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, nope. It is.
Yeesh. The dice, they say no.
All right.
Do I get to decide what the book describes, or do you?
You get to describe it, but mainly it's just you've tagged it, the aspect there, to declare an aspect on the scene of power sharing ritual example.
Okay.
You have a power sharing ritual example.
So, kind of neat, just sort of came to me. There's like a Celtic tradition for bringing like life energy together that's supposed to be done during a marriage ceremony where the hands are bound together in specialized knots.
I am not
So
getting
I thought
married.
I would use that. No, it's not an actual. Like, that's what, but I'm saying like it would be an energy sharing thing as opposed to a marriage thing.
I told you, you have my strength if you need it, Natty.
Okay.
Hector's
Well,
fought for me. I'll fight for him.
I need some rope or twine or yarn or whatever the hell you've got.
Right, so Maddie
I'll
has
go for a computer cable.
Maddie has established the aspect Celtic knot sharing ritual example. Andrew, your character is finally speaking up. What are you saying?
I mean, I have some web if you need it.
What?
Some web. That could work.
He's Spider-Man. That would be useful.
Is it
I was
always?
going to see if Hector had anything lying around.
I mean, it just kind of automatically just comes out, so.
That would be useful if you're willing to help. I know you haven't known us very long, but your assistance would be appreciated.
I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything else at the moment. Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Oh.
I will owe you a debt for this.
Yep. Seriously, don't even worry about it. It's not a big deal. All right, here you go.
Not a.
So are you
right.
trying to create a string from your webbing?
Whatever they need to be able to tie together their hands, I mean, or whatever kind of material they need, I'm just able to create for them, I guess.
Roll me a craftsmanship roll.
My God, he is Spider-Man.
I don't think I have a craftsmanship one.
Then you would roll it at a 0.
Wait, I have it. I have +2. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Okay, yeah, Sterling. I need you to make me a discipline roll.
Oops.
Discipline or conviction?
Discipline.
Got it. Boom.
All right, don't lose your cool. Slash roll. And
Okay.
and you want +2, not =2.
Or we'll just say 2.
I do actually have a +1 to divination control, so that should have been a 6.
I can type at work perfectly fine, but I get home and all of a sudden I have arthritis.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
so +1 to divination control. All right. So you channeled in, but you channeled in 3 shifts of power. So,
No biggie.
all right. You want to channel in the rest?
Yep, let's go for it.
All right, 4 shifts of power.
Whee!
Excelsior.
Okay.
Jesus!
Fucking hell.
Nice.
All right. You feel Sterling reach deep, pull up all his power, just channel it into the spell. Spell goes off. How does the spell work?
All right. The spell, it's very, very simple. The compass is now linked to point to where Oni Girl is. He breaks the circle. You feel the sort of snap in energies as they dispel. He stands up. He shows Tabby the compass. Set to go.
All right. So, Maddie.
As far as I'm concerned, neither of you are going anywhere.
Yeah. So, Sterling, you have the compass. It's working. There are more people around here than you remember.
Called in the cavalry.
I can see that.
You see Andrew over there. He looks like he's like weaving the like weird stuff that should have comes out of his wrists.
Sterling ignores Discount Spider-Man.
So Andrew, Massey, sorry. I'm going to you find it rather difficult to make this rope. Admittedly, like it's the stuff you shoot is sticky. Like it by its nature wants to stick to everything. So it's like you're trying to tie a knot when as soon as you out of duct tape, like the sticky side of duct tape. So as soon as you put it in there, it wants to stick. So it takes you a while to like work it in there, and you've got a small length of rope that eventually will work and won't stick to itself.
Okay.
Or stick to other things. So he does have a sort of webbing rope that he has created. It is a fragile aspect because he wasn't able to just make, I made a ton of this stuff. No, he just made a little bit of this stuff.
But it's enough to work.
Yeah, it's enough to work for.
I'm going to glance over and say, I need 2 of those.
Let me see what I can find.
You need.
You need another one.
What are you doing?
I'm taking power from you and from Tabby
Why?
to save this person's life.
Like you saved my dog. Stubborn and impulsive,
You know
stubborn
what?
and impulsive, stubborn and impulsive.
Sterling, Maddie. Enough. If we don't do something, he's going to die. So
Thank
we either
you.
do something and try to save him, or we don't.
Important. Nothing to joke about. Gotcha. All right. Let's see if I can get another one made.
Are you going to help,
Well-
Sterling?
No.
Then get
All
out.
right, train it, Juniper.
If you're not going to help, wait outside.
Listen to me for a second here. What is Master Torres? Is he mortal?
Yes.
Eminently and currently dying.
Maddie, you're walking on one of the rules here.
The what's?
The laws. There are rules to practicing magic. These rules divide wizards between warlocks. Warlocks are the guys that I chop heads.
Well, you can chop my head off or try to after I save this guy's life.
Are you
This-
telling me that your rules of magic say that those with power cannot save those who are dying?
Those with power cannot transform a body.
Then what the hell good is magic?
I'm not turning him into a frog. I'm fixing his head.
I mean,
If you want to explain that to the White Council, you're welcome to. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to end you up in a lot of trouble.
Well, you know what? All I've ever heard about the White Council, aside from Riley, is that they're assholes. And
You're
you know
not
what?
wrong.
You're kind of living up to that right now. Save this guy's life with me, or get the fuck out of the room, because I cannot handle this right now.
I don't know. I don't know what aspect it is to take a check.
Thank you.
It's all of them. It's all of them.
if I might butt in for just a second, dude,
No.
die. And I mean, no matter what the rules are, you don't let dude die, right? Even
Fine.
if you have to
Sterling, you're out.
right?
Spidey, you're in. Come here.
Okay.
Do you need a rope?
All right. Hopefully, I'm not breaking any kind of rules here. I mean,
All right.
I don't know if I'd even be breaking one to begin with, but whatever is in here right now that's telling you no, what's your heart telling you about this? We gotta save this dude. You gotta save this dude.
Sterling, that chip that I put on your face was for Warden in training. Another thing you should talk about magic. You can only do magic that you believe you can do. Sterling, the compel I just gave you means you do not believe you can do this.
Oh, he definitely doesn't.
So, admittedly, you can't give her power from yourself.
But do you know what he can give her? His shoelace for the hand tie.
You can give her a shoelace. You can also give her your blood. You can't, admittedly, you can willingly and without violating the, you doing magic, inflict a consequence upon yourself in order to help push this along.
Interesting.
Basically, it's like you can inflict consequences on your own body to put magic into there without touching into channeling power through your spirit, because and that way you won't be actually touched by the magical energy.
Cool.
So no, unfortunately, you can't channel energy into the spell, but you can give blood.
Right. While we're waiting, because we still have some things trying to come together, I want to draw an overly intricate circle. I realize that the practicality is that it wouldn't necessarily make much of a difference, but I'm picking a design out of the book and drawing it almost as a form of meditation, trying to be very precise and empty my mind of anything else.
Okay. So you want to do this as meditation? Because that would be a discipline roll. All right.
Yep.
Make me a discipline roll. Oh, yes. 4 enough is to be able to get Maddie the textbook. Parvis, what are you doing? You've just been standing around here.
I have no idea what the hell I can do to assist this spell, I'll be fully honest with you.
Anything you can do to help, Parvis?
Right. I'd like to spend a chip, please.
Admittedly, that'll give you a fragile aspect.
No, I want to make it stronger.
All right.
While this is going on, Sterling is going to remove his shoelace. And he's going to give himself a little nick on his wrist with his sword. And he's going to smear that blood on the shoelace.
All right. So we're going to say that is minor blood loss, a mild consequence, mild physical consequence, moderate blood loss. Yes.
Yes. Good old wizard's constitution. That'll be gone by the next scene.
So,
Not this way.
Caitlin. All right, so Caitlin's got a neuroscience textbook.
And she's trying to steal me some candles.
I mean, you do have a wizard with his kit very nearby. You could
Sterling.
ask. Yep.
Let's call the aspect that you just created on your self-centered mind.
Okay.
All right.
Hector is a father to me. The only one I've really ever known.
I understand.
He's taught me everything I know of fighting. What sort of student or child would I be to him if I didn't do everything I could to try and save his life?
Caitlin has also liberated candles.
Oh. I just thought of something I could do.
Are they birthday cake candles?
No, they're probably like good ones from.
Aww. What was that?
Feedback. What the hell was that?
Aliens.
It was groovy, baby. Yeah.
Microphone reverb.
Oh, that hurt.
I've been a drummer for
Apologies.
5 years. It doesn't
That's
hurt.
quite all right.
That was
It's not
awesome,
hurting.
but ow.
Did you open the stream?
Yeah, I accidentally leaned back and I hit the keyboard, which unmuted the mic.
Okay, yeah.
That'll do
That
it.
makes sense. I was gonna say, this is just an idea that popped into my head. We're in his dojo, which means he probably has personal effects nearby. Would that be
Yeah.
useful for helping with a spell? Or am I thinking too much about the personal part of magic?
You want to know what? You want to know what's beautiful about Dresden? Anything you basically say can be used as part of the spell.
You just have to believe in it. So if someone wants to point that out as a possibility to Maddie, she'll probably cling to it because she needs things to cling to.
Okay. Maddie,
Yes.
this dojo is his home. His life's work. Will that help you at all? His connection to this place?
Are there things here that really matter to him a lot? Like personal
Yeah.
significance?
Yes,
Can you bring me some of them?
sure.
I can search.
Tabby is going to go to his office and get something meaningful that was given to him by like one of his students that was like a thank you thing that he's been holding on to for years. Can I
How
declare?
do you know where to look?
She knows where he keeps his important objects in his office. She's known him her entire life.
How?
What do you mean how?
Are you searching through there, or do you just know where they are?
I just know where they are.
How do you know where they are?
I just said I'm trained and tutored by Master Torres.
Okay, give me a check.
Okay.
That's what I was getting at. Like you're tagging an aspect in order to add to the thing.
Oh,
Arvis,
fudge,
you don't
go.
have that.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll investigation to try to see if you can search around and find something?
Sure. Because I have that very high.
There we go. Stupid.
40
There you go.
It's 4. Yes. Oh yeah, and I have the quick thing I could use, but I typed it first. I can't think of anything. But yeah, I got a 4.
A sword that's been passed down in his family. Pictures of people in his office.
Yeah. Anything like that.
So Tabby, what do you want to find?
As I said, like something that was given to him by a student that is meaningful, that like signifies his work as a teacher.
Okay, what do you want him to define the item?
It's a snow globe
Aw.
with his. It's a snow globe with his favorite animal in it,
A panda?
which is a panda.
I knew it!
Point of fact, Heather actually bought her teacher a snow globe with frogs in it many, many years ago
Oh,
because that was her favorite. So I'm going off of that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Where'd the Steph go?
I don't know.
What could I go with? I was thinking.
She might have gone to Betty Bye.
About to say she might have pumpkined.
I mean, it is 10, but
I don't blame her.
Okay. So Maddie's going to make kind of like a little shrine of his stuff with candles around it. And is Kit back?
Kit has come back with her things.
Okay. And then I'm going to set up like an array of diagrams of the nervous system and the brain and the skull and stuff in front of the circle where I'm going to sit. I'm going to draw 3 other circles on the far side of his body, and I'm going to sit Kit, Spider-Man, and Sterling in them if they're willing to go.
Where's
Sure.
Tabby going?
You and oh wait, no, I'm getting this wrong. No, it was Kit, Parvis, and Sterling, and then Spider-Man and Tabby are going to get tied to me.
okay.
So like I show you
Okay.
the knot thing in the book, like how to tie it, because I can't do it to both hands at the same time.
Okay.
I was gonna just say maybe I found a family knife or something, but I don't know if he has one. I'm thinking way too hard about this, aren't I?
That's fine. So I should mention, Sterling has given you some of his own blood to help with the ritual. So we're just gonna put that as a fragile aspect, just to be represented there. It's technically a because he only did a mild consequence. It's only 2. Anyone can accept a greater consequence to give either 4 or 6 or even 8 if someone's willing to cut off their own hand.
We're not going that far.
Hopefully we won't have to. So what are we at here, DM, do you think?
Well, your base is 3.
Mhm.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 would be 1 more.
Wow.
Okay. Crap.
And we wanted 24, so.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it would work that
Tabby
way.
will add a bit of her blood as well.
All right. Take a minor physical consequence of blood loss.
Okay.
The hell?
But Andrew, you see these people cutting themselves into bowls.
What, guys, what? Dear Lord, Mother said there would be days like this. Lord. What?
Just go with it, kid.
You're gonna see a bit of magic, Andrew. Quite a bit of magic.
Maddie, would you like to touch in on the power of summer that's flowing through you by either trying to spend time and concentrate,
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So give me a discipline roll.
Just be careful.
Do I get my extraneous bonuses because
No.
it's biomancy or just base?
This is a flat discipline skill. This is not using magic. This is just, you sitting
By the
there
way-
and meditating and,
By the way, when you're done with that, if you need to stop the bleeding, just come to me and talk to me. I'll let you up.
Thanks.
All right. You
Right.
have the aspect in touch with Summer.
An additional problem has occurred to me. I'm going to turn to Andrew. It's like, okay, we have just met, and it's quite clear to me that you have no idea what's going on, and 3 days ago, neither would have I. But I need you to tell me whether or not you believe that all of this can help this man. If you believe that I believe it, I need you to tell me that.
I mean, yesterday I didn't even know what my own beliefs were, but if you need me to believe in the fact that you need to believe in yourself, then I'm game. I'm here to be supportive.
All right, Andrew, I need you to roll me conviction.
Conviction? Okay. 1 second. Facebook keeps popping up when I'm trying to type stuff.
Sweet. I did not know there was a spider walk stone.
So he says he believes. He just failed his roll, so he doesn't actually believe. But
Look, what I meant to say was, if you need me to believe in this, I mean, I can do it. I'm still just kind of coming over with a little bit of a shock on it. So,
admittedly, you could. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. If you wanted to raise that up, you could tag one of your aspects, such as
do the right thing no matter the cost.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he cuts his arm.
I mean, if me believing in this helps save this band, then yes, I believe in it.
All right. Did you put out a chip?
I will.
Okay, so plus various blood sources and Spidey believing in me and me calling on summer magic and actually managing to control it relatively okay. How many are we at now?
3,
Trying to-
4, 5. Where'd you put it?
I'm working on it.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I right click on it. Let
You're
it go.
at
I tried to steal it from you so that I could put it in, but oh, I did it. Okay, here we go.
Let it go.
Here, I did it for him.
All right, that's good.
Love the coin.
27. So you have enough to hit the he'll probably be okay, but he'll need some healing and he may have some disfiguration.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 5 more, you're up to making him brand spanking good as new.
That's more rolls though that I have to succeed at.
You don't have to, you can get other people to do things.
Nope.
Okay. No. I mean, it's more power that I have to successfully channel through at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
You can ask the Grumpy Wizard for some more pointers.
You could ask to use stuff in the Grumpy Wizard's bag.
Right. Grumpy Wizard, can I go through your bag?
What did you call me?
That's not what I would have called you. It's okay. Well, my hands are kind of tied up at this point.
Literally.
So, Sterling, I need some more stuff. What have you got in your bag?
He rummages through his bag. He pulls out a couple like quartz crystals.
Roll me
some
lore. Roll me lore before you do that.
Let's go. I got
Nope.
nothing.
You left your quartz crystals in another bag. Unfortunately, you're flat out for everything in this in your kit.
Just got the chalk, sweetheart.
Admittedly, Maddie, your hands don't have to be bound just quite yet. You can roll that back so you can still do other things. Because admittedly, you're still in the gathering everything up. Binding your hands is when you've started already doing the spell.
Okay. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Here's a question for you. What are you doing exactly? Just walk me through it. Sterling,
The spell that I'm casting?
Yes.
Roll me scholarship.
Me or him?
You.
Okay. Scholar shop.
All right. That is enough to give probably a good thing at that. If you spent a chip and got that up to a 5, I would probably put out an aspect of, detailed medical. All right. So Maddie has
Okay. So I'm more or less going to give, as brief as possible, but not particularly brief, a dissertation on the surgical procedure that I would do to fix this. Only I'm going to attempt to do it with the flow of magic faster and in, a safer condition where I don't have to cut into his brain to try to save his life.
Sterling's kind of taking it in, as this is not his forte. Definitely not biomancy.
admittedly, she does a really superb job of explaining it. She's not just like, I'm going to make his head fit back together. She's like, I'm going to fuse this bone into this thing and this thing into that thing. And normally this would be done through this, but I figure that this magical spell can do it. And she seems to describe it not like she's like changing him, like going, and it's a bad body and now it's a good body, but going into how she would actually do it. And it starts sounding less like she's turning him into a frog. And more like she's a doctor.
Therefore, the transposition of matter isn't actually happening here. You're just restoring, not transforming. This could actually work. And could actually not land you into 5 meters of hot water.
That's nice.
Sterling, in order for you to help it, you're still going to have to buy off that compel because wardens are fucking dicks.
I'm not doing it. He is a fucking dick and he will remain a fucking dick.
Yay.
Price of a character. But let me give you a quick lesson here on how this works. Have you ever seen the image of a pentagram before?
Yes.
I mean, anybody in our generation who's been a hot topic would be able to say yes to that.
Yeah, there
Yes.
you go.
Some of us were there today.
What, did you actually say that, though?
Yes.
Oh, no. Did Spider-Man actually say that?
I mean, yes.
Right. I'm going to shake my head. I'm like, no. The Gaelic symbol for balance, not the stupid satanic bullshit.
The satanic one is in
Or it's gonna be thing. Gotcha.
All right, Sterling, please roll me lore.
Boom.
All right. Impromptu spell lesson.
Ooh, I love a spell lesson.
The points of the pentagram are representing of the elements of earth. Earth, wind, fire, water. And then connected by the top, the spirit. This is where the energies of what you are doing are coming into play here. Remember what Tabby said about using the environment that you're in? Think about what you could be using from each of those points of the element. What can you use for earth? Where are we right now? We're in his dojo. This is where he lives. This is where he builds his livelihood.
Tabby goes running off to the closet and pulls out a mat. One of the ones that goes on the floor.
Okay.
Earth.
Like a tatami mat or something?
Yeah, one of the ones that would go on the floor to kind of protect you as you're being, like, thrown into the ground.
Oh. Okay.
One of the cushioned ones. Earth. His earth.
There you go. His mat.
Roll me
How?
investigation,
Who?
Tabba.
Me?
Yeah.
I would have to spend chips to be like, dude, I live in this dojo. Okay,
Yes, because that's how this game works.
I know. Can I just spend a chip and declare that I find it because I know this freaking place?
Yeah.
Alright. There we go. Take my chips, man. Always
Yeah.
taking my chips.
That's what I do.
I know.
Tis his job.
So, I believe that's now 33. So,
Jesus.
We're getting close, right?
How much
Oh!
do we need?
that's enough.
Oh, I thought you said 35.
I think I said 32.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
3, 4, 5,
Okay,
6,
because
7,
I was
8, 9.
about to do one more if we needed it.
I had an idea too in case we needed it. So
Like, chances
Yeah.
of being on a ley line. Let's check it out.
Sterling had 4 more points of the pentagram to explain and offer.
Well, we already got fire with
Well-
the candle.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. These aspects could also be used either to say that they're prep time for the spell, or if, say, Maddie fails one of her rolls, she could probably use one of the aspects you create to re-roll it because, well, we had this preparation thing.
ooh, that's actually a fair point. So it might not be a bad idea to make 1 or 2 more just to be safe.
Okay. Tabby, does he have incense? Or air freshener? Or some perfume or scent or something that he likes?
Yeah. You guys are really gonna make me burn through all of my chips.
Yay!
You could just try rolling investigation again.
Yeah, I would like to roll investigation to search his office drawers for his body spray.
Sure.
Fuck! Ah.
Dun-dun-dun. Wow.
Hey,
Sorry.
it's your relative.
Yeah. All right, so she comes out with like his
Nope.
cologne or body spray.
You can't find anything, but you do know that there is something else that he there is something that he's very accustomed to.
What?
I get you.
Oh.
The son of Tabby's fire.
You make your own scent.
Oh, okay. Tabby starts burning opium again.
Or you start letting the smoke out into the room too,
Which she'd
Okay,
been
so
doing
that's-
before. I never said she actually stopped fuming.
Tabby.
Okay, so that's the error, right?
Well, I can do one more.
We already have fire. Is there water that we can do?
Think of what happens when you train.
Caitlin says chicken soup.
No.
You're looking for sweat. There's sweat all over this place.
Chicken soup is a spirit ingredient.
I'm mask if you want.
Sterling says
Hey,
chicken
it
soup.
would be great for a potion to get over a cold.
It's great for the soul, I hear.
I've used it in that manner before.
Yeah.
It works. Literally, I have a NyQuil potion. Hit me up.
I was just gonna say,
Okay. All right, I think that's probably enough.
what about medicinal herbs or something? But
Well, yeah, but she's a doctor. She's not going to believe in
a doctor who is doing magic.
Yeah, even so.
Okay.
Her brother sells that crap, and she
So
knows
no
it's-
aloe, or just saying.
All right.
Well, yeah. Do you have some in your back pocket?
Yeah, exactly. I would have to go hunt it down, and I would have to make scholarship to understand this because I'm a freaking rat, and this pisses me off. I feel so limited in this situation.
You should have gone to rat school.
I can't.
You should have gone to culinary school, like that one rat from the
You
one
can-
movie.
You can have a job, Parvis, if you want one. It would be better given to Kit, but she's not here.
Oh,
Yeah, you can stay, like, behind me and talk to me, like, and keep me calm.
Kit, would you like to stand behind Maddie and talk to her and keep her calm? Kit's okay with that.
Okay.
that's pretty great. Holy crap. We got at least 1 or 2 flubs though, so
So if what Steph is doing to me is anything, she's gently petting you and saying calm.
Fair enough. I'll take it.
God.
Okay, I think we're as ready as we can possibly get, unless, like, Brandon wants to say that there's, like, a ley line of healing energy going through the floor, so...
That would be a lore roll. Who wants to make that?
Fuck, why is my lore high?
Wizard will.
My lore is really high.
There's a ley line, guys.
Ugh. Damn it, I made a scout character.
I made a explodey stuff with the power of Harry Potter character.
I can hide in your shoe, so there. That's my comeback.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You can spread the plague.
Yeah, you can. You can wipe out a third of Europe.
Oh god. There's a lot of easy jokes from that, because I watch some European news. I have way too much free time.
I can take some off your hands if you want.
All right, so here in this huge long list, all of this stuff right over here will get you guys up to like 33, which is enough to cast the big version of the spell. Admittedly, I'm probably saying that this unfortunately has probably taken you about an hour to get this all ready.
And so, the compass spell, they've gotten away.
No, Tabby knows how to track them. Not a problem. Oh.
Evidently, you can try to find more blood and do that spell again.
This is true.
Plus,
Get
I
Noise
have
out, though.
plus I have Plan B. So
We will hear more about Plan B later.
Oh wait, never mind. You can't.
But you still have 2 things left over, which will help you do things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that in there, and we're going to give Maddie both of her compels out there. So there we go. So we got 2 Maddie things. You got Maddie. You've essentially got 2 free tags on everything else. So you want to tag all these things, prepare the 32 ritual, and then start casting.
Yep.
All right.
Jesus.
Places, everyone.
So describe the places as I delete the fragile aspects.
Okay, so, okay,
Oh, is there absolutely anyone here who's holding back and saying, no, you can't use my aspect?
no.
Sterling's an ass, but he's not that much of an ass.
Okay, so there's a large, very overly intricate circle with me and Spider-Man and Tabby in it. Then there's a smaller circle, not connected to it, behind it, where Kit is sitting and telling me that I can do this. And then, like, in front of that, there are, like, a pair of shrines, like, one at his head and one at his feet. The one at his feet is all of his personal stuff. The one at his head is all of my diagrams. And across his body are sitting the remaining people who are in the room.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
people.
Sterling's off to the side. He has nothing to do in this nonsense that could possibly get A, beheaded, or C, or B, Doom of Damocles.
Hey, you do know that if she can't control the energy, having other people there to make sure that the spell doesn't explode and kill everyone, good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's hanging out and not.
Oh,
be
you
a part of it.
won't sit in your circle on the other side? I drew a place for you to sit.
Okay, he sits
All right.
reluctantly with his
Yes.
arms crossed.
Pouting.
That's.
I mean, look, you don't have to actually give your energy to the spell, but you can be there to try to control the energies if they escape.
Excellent. He's damage control.
All
Yep.
right. So the spell is empty of power. It needs power shoved into it.
Okay, so how does this work? I call up bits at a time. Is that the general idea?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can call up to your conviction rating without taking any mental stress. If you draw more than your conviction rating, you take mental stress. If you take too much mental stress, you'll still pass out and the spell will fail.
Okay. Hold on.
It probably takes about at least a minute or so to call up the power and put it in there because you're doing it slow and you're doing it carefully.
Crap, I didn't save any of my notes. Grump.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so, alright, so I guess I'll just... I guess I'll just go at my conviction over and over and over again.
What's your
Okay?
conviction?
3.
That's 11 channelings. You have the stone, which lets a +2 to your discipline.
Mm-hmm. So is that what I roll now? 11 times?
Yes.
Holy crap. Okay, here goes.
Just keep track. Hold on. Okay. I have a sheet of paper. I'll mark down each roll, okay?
Okay.
Let me grab a pencil that's not a colored pencil.
Is there like a do that again function?
Press up, and it'll just. Oh, not for the roll, not for the special roll thing. You're gonna have to.
Okay.
All right, 1.
So 3 shifts of power in.
2,
6 shifts of power in.
3,
That'd be 9 shifts of power. 12
4,
shifts of power. 15
5,
shifts of power. 18
6,
shifts of power.
7,
21 shifts of power.
8,
24 shifts of power.
9,
27 shifts of power.
10,
30 shifts of power. You only need 2 more.
11.
Boom.
As they say in New York, bada bing, bada boom.
So allow me to describe what you guys see.
Ugh. Well, we don't all die, so that's a good thing.
So, you see Maddie just kind of sit there, and you can feel like warmth and the smell of summer breeze as she starts chanting, and like, holy crap, Sterling! Like, if this is someone who seems to be, like, for all intents and purposes, she's a novice. She should never be attempting this. In fact, you were there because you were fairly certain she was going to get everyone here killed. But she seems to pull up the energy and she just channels it in. And she's slow, and she's deliberate. And she throws it in there, and you see the energy build and build and build and build and build. And, like, you guys are probably sitting there for, like, another hour. It's very tense as this energy is building. And she casts it into him. And you can feel the energy flowing through him and mending things, and you can see the head start to reform around it. And his eyes open, and he takes in a deep breath, and, like, flowers start to push up through the ground, like, separating parts of the floor in where he's at. And on a bed of lotus blossoms, his eyes open up. And he just kind of sits there. And he looks around. And Maddie, you are more mentally and physically exhausted than you have ever been in your life.
Oh yeah, I want to play this out where her eyes roll back in her head and she just slumps over backwards.
Right.
Asleep.
I'm assuming Kitlin catches her when Maddie slumps over backwards. So Kitlin catches her and she's like, "No, Maddie!"
Immediately, Tabby's going to put her fingers on the side of Maddie's neck and make sure she's alive.
Yes, her pulse is somewhat weak, but it is there.
Thank you, Maddie.
She is out cold. Because she said she passed out, so she's out cold. So Maddie's kind of like, no, So Kitlin's going to take Maddie off and make sure that she's safe in there. And
yeah, Tabby will tell them someplace they can rest in the dojo.
Hector looks around and is like, what happened?
My business came home. You know that guy that was trying to take the streets from me?
What about him?
His girls came here and fucked you up. And my friends brought you back.
He stands up and he's like, "Oh, that's odd. I don't hurt anymore."
I have good friends.
Matt, you fixed several old sports injuries. Like
Kidney's running a little better now.
yes. He can eat all the hamburgers he wants. Like there were several of his joints that had healed that had healed naturally, but had healed a little off, and so we're giving him probably a little bit of arthritis, and that's gone now.
Must be nice.
I have good friends. Very good friends. I'm glad to see you're okay. May I declare that Tabby is crying?
Yes, you can make.
Thank you.
So. Sterling, what's your response to this?
Stars and big swinging stones.
We had to try, Sterling. We had to try.
Has she ever done that before?
No. Not as far as I'm aware.
8
But
8 circles. It took me 8 thaumaturgic circles, snapping back and blowing up in my face before I got the hang of it. All
Maybe
while
this
I
was-
had a wizard, well over 100 years old, instructing me in how to do it, and she just pulls it out of her butt.
it might have just been pure luck. It might have been all of us working together. But I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth right now, Sterling.
I don't believe in luck. I believe in talent.
Then she's talented. But so are you. We've had this chat. Did you manage to get that tracking spell done, or did this
Well,
kibosh that?
yeah. It had a timer on it, and the timer's sort of gone and passed. I might
Think
be
you
able
can
to
do it again?
Possibly. However, I do need a spirit link for that to happen. A part of them, something associated with them, blood, hair, skin, snot.
Business card?
Hello.
Hello, what?
A business card.
I have a business card for their leader.
Give it to me.
Is your spell going to destroy it? Because if your spell doesn't work, calling them and luring them into a trap was plan B.
I can cut off a square from the edge.
That'll
She
probably
passes-
tie you back to the business card.
There you
It's
go.
not going to tie her to the gentleman.
I can probably do it without destroying the business card.
No, you're probably going to have to do a spell to turn the business card into a link to him. Which because
Happy's going to copy the phone number and the information off the business card and hand it to her.
Yeah.
Take a picture with your phone.
Her phone is dead.
Admittedly, here's the funny thing: thaumaturgy can solve impossible problems. That means I don't have a link. How do I solve it?
I can make a link with the thaumaturgy. So we're going to do that.
This might get you to their boss, but it's going to get you to their boss, us to their boss. But think about it this way. You're injured. Your plan failed. Where do you go?
Run home with your tail between your legs to...
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. They ran home. Try with the blood again. See if you can get a direct link to them. If not, use the business card.
Oh, I'm using this one.
Okay.
He plucks the business card from your fingers. Should we go tonight? Or do you think we should regroup? If we are...
Andrew,
You need all the strength.
You're still here. Like, you, in fact, actually, you are clueless about the supernatural, so you're a little freaking out right now.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, so they're having this conversation.
We might
They're
need to...
all giddy over a business card. Parvis, you're here too. Admittedly, this isn't the first spell you've... This might be the first spell you've seen.
I think I've seen one other spell cast.
He's seen a Wayman opened.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, you've seen some stuff.
But you do realize that there's a second of you that basically realizes that's basically all you are. What Maddie just did is what basically gave you life.
Jesus.
No, apparently not him.
Apparently not.
From what I'm understanding, anyways.
It's just, holy hell.
Not that either.
Magic and science.
Where I come from, they're one and the same.
So Andrew, this is a guy that, as you think back a second, he wasn't standing in the room, and then all of a second he was standing in the room, and no one seemed to bat an eye about it.
Yeah, that's really freaking weird. That's actually, yeah, David Copperfield. How does that work? How did you make the Statue of Liberty disappear? That's weird.
Statue. What?
I'm joking.
Magic, Andrew.
Magic.
Yes. I guess. You can just do this thing.
Magic can do a lot of things.
Well, I've had descriptive that is.
Magic
but
is what lets me create fire. Magic is what healed him.
Magic is what lets me blow up your phone.
Magic has its rules, though.
Well,
Keep everybody
what rules
safe.
yeah.
I just realized that anyone
And there are people that hunt those that break the rules.
Hi, I'm one of them. That sword's not for fencing practice.
Andrew,
Yes.
I'm sure you have a lot of questions right now. Ask them. And we will
Okay.
answer what we can.
Okay. What just happened? How did dude just rise up like that? What are you like tapping into? If you're even tapping into anything, am I just like? What do I not know? Good Lord.
A lot.
I think I can...
We were tapping into energy.
Belief. Faith.
What, kind of like Ki or whatever, like from Dragon Ball, like?
Yeah,
That inner-
honestly. That's actually not very far
Everything-
off. Do you remember?
Interesting.
Everything has energy.
Do you remember the spirit bomb scene?
I do remember the Spirit Bomb scene.
Yeah. Everybody, if you can hear me, hold up your hands. Grant me your energy.
And then 50 episodes later, yeah, like that?
Exactly. Oh, God.
Okay. I'm getting it. I guess.
If you believe something, that this will work,
I mean, what are the limits on that?
you have to believe it. The limits on it are, if you do not believe it, it's not going to do anything.
So let's just do a hypothetical here.
There you go.
Let's just, and I'm going to do something silly, just because I kind of want to, not think too hard on it just yet. I believe that pizza is very tasty.
Yes.
Pizza is very delicious, and I want pizza to be here now. But I don't want to use my phone. So if I were to believe it hard enough and tap into my energy, I could basically make pizza appear like that because I believe it's tasty.
You could certainly try. However, there are some more limitations that I'm about to tell you about.
So pizza might not taste as good as I think it would.
Pizza, retrieving the pizza from the void of the ether might kill you.
This is typically why I buy frozen. Okay.
Yeah.
Magic is dangerous. Powerful and dangerous.
Dangerous pizza makes me sad. Okay. But then, if it's dangerous, then why tap into it at all?
Because
Are you able to defend against it, or?
with some instruction, you're able to control it, and you're able to choose better options for it than to summon a pizza out of thin air. For example, you could, if you know the name of a fairy, you could draw a circle, call up that fairy, and ask the fairy to go get you a pizza.
For some, Andrew, for me,
I feel like
what I do is a part of me.
It's part of you.
Magic is a part of those who use it. Much like their hand or their teeth or their hair. Can't stop using your hand.
So
it's like a part of you. You have to learn to use it.
It's your soul. Rather, you are magic. Your soul is magic. You are a soul. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body.
Ah. That's an interesting way to look at that.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, as you're using magic, you're using pieces of your essence, your soul. And if you do something too large, say summoning a pizza out of the ether, the way you would do that, I assume, is to take individual molecules from the air, from your ambient environment, split those atoms, fuse them into whatever collagen, carbon, pepperoni, cheese, mozzarella to make your pizza. Now think of how much energy would go into splitting apart individual atoms and refusing them to make a pizza. Do you see what I'm getting at?
You know, what do you know about guns, Andrew?
What do I know about guns?
Yeah, have you seen a backfire on a gun?
I've had that experience before. I mean, I've been to the range a few times.
That's what can happen. That's what can happen if you don't control the magic right. It can backfire on you and hurt you. So you practice, you train, you focus.
Well, in that experience, it's on you to make sure that your gun is, oiled right and it's, broken down and it's inspected before you use it properly.
Precisely. That's where instruction comes into play.
Okay.
Practice, focus.
The circle that we just used, all of those are tools, symbolic links to be able to control the flow of magical energies. That's what they exist for. And more importantly, you believe that they can help you do this thing. And
so when you draw these circles, by the way, I have to wonder, I'm just, again, sorry, it's somebody who just doesn't know, okay? I'm taking a look at these circles. They're pretty intricate. How do you know if they're off by like a degree or two? Like, is there like, how do you like? I don't know. If like say
The
one of
same way an artist knows a nose isn't drawn right. Repetition. You draw a face over and over and over again until you can draw it in your sleep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Repetition,
addition-
practice, focus.
Sterling takes a piece of his chalk and he traces out like literally the worst circle you have ever seen on the floor. It's squiggly, it's wavy, it's elliptical, it's not a circle. He steps into it. I could have Parkinson's and be the worst circle drawer on the face of the earth. But as long as this is a closed circle and he shows you where he was able to link the line of chalk, if this is closed, it's good enough. It doesn't really matter what your circle looks like or how fancy you draw it, what you draw in it, if it's just made out of chalk or made out of copper. Albeit copper and metal circles sort of hammered into the floor, they're a lot more difficult to break. Whereas a chalk circle, all you have to do is scuff it, and it's broken.
Or
Technically,
throw a little bit of water on it or something like that.
Exactly. The circle is a containment unit. You contain magical energies. Inside it, you can keep things from getting out, or you can keep outside energies from coming in. It works both ways.
Point of order. You don't even need to scuff a circle in order to break it. A person walking across a circle breaks the circle.
Yep.
Throwing an object across it. Just wanted to make sure I reminded that.
Now, let me ask you one other thing. I guess chalk is ready available, and it's cheap, so that's probably why you use it. But besides that, is there any other reason why you would use chalk?
Tradition.
Tradition?
You could use a magic marker.
Okay.
It's also
Chalk
cheap.
pen.
It's cheap.
Let's get weird with it. Let's
Plus,
say
it comes in a variety of pretty colors.
I use white.
Let's get weird with this. Let's say I have a bunch of unused CDRWs from like 2003. And I want to go ahead and put them in a circle. Huh?
Rewritable discs.
Would that work as well?
Oh, right. Okay.
You want to use a CD-ROM as a disc?
No. What I'm saying is, you remember how you used to be able to go into like a Radio Shack or a Circuit City or, you know, any kind of reputable place that's still in business like that,
Yeah.
and buy a bunch of CDRWs? They'd come in like 50 spindles or whatever. Suppose you were to just throw those in a circle. Could you MacGyver something with that?
In theory, yeah.
Okay.
If you believe
Sorry, I'm just-
that a ring of those could contain your magic, then yes, in theory.
Hey, if it can contain the best of Barry White, it can contain that probably. That's magic, my friend. Joking. Just sorry. Not trying to overstep my bounds. I get it. Just trying to understand what's going on here.
Tabby smiles. There's a lot to understand, and I'm sorry you've been thrown into this as you have. I apologize, but I thank you deeply for helping.
To be honest, it's better that he knows about this. That spider bite that you've got there,
Exactly.
that thing's a brand. That's a mark. You've been marked by something, and I don't know what.
Brandon, why are you laughing like that?
No reason.
No reason.
Waha.
No, there's a reason. Brandon.
It's just the evil DM laugh. Don't listen to it.
Yeah,
There's a
don't worry
reason.
about it for now.
And I don't like it.
Let me see that. Let me see your mark again.
All right, no problem. Let me just slowly lift up my shirt here for you.
Oh, have you got like Iron Fist style thing on your chest? But
You know what I mean?
I'm
I mean,
not in the
yeah.
room. I'm asking you outside of the game. I'm unconscious in game.
Yeah, it's like an Iron Fist looking kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Sterling
Yes,
points at the mark. This, you know how, have you ever been out west? Or rather, have you ever been to a ranch or a farm? Have you ever seen a cattle brand, is what I'm getting at.
Well, out of character, my uncle was a cowboy, so yeah, I have seen that.
Very cool. In character?
My uncle was kind of like a cowboy, so yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I've seen that kind of stuff before.
Right.
I've been out to
You heat it up in the fire. Yeah, you heat it up in the fire. You press the mark onto the animal, and it sears a scar into that animal. Something has done that to you, and that is what that spider is. Something has claimed you and given you abilities. Those webs, the way that you can stick to walls and climb them, some ultra nerdy source of energy that I don't know what, that apparently reads too many comic books, has claimed you. You're marked by power.
Yeah, reading comic books, that's really... What a nerd.
Oh, please, I read them too. Have you ever read The Runaways?
Sorry?
Best
Yes,
series.
I believe I have, actually.
Out of
By the way,
character.
one of my favorite runs right now is Lumberjane. Check that out if you haven't already.
I freaking love them!
Amazing.
All of them. Wife goals.
That and like Sex Criminals and a bunch of other Chip Zdarsky stuff.
Oh god, what's the one with the Rat Queens?
Yes.
If you haven't read that one, it's so good. It's so
I was
fucking funny.
I was introduced to that one at Baltimore Comic Con like 3 years ago.
Alright, derailing. Back to the conversation.
Sorry.
Guys are
Before
worse
I go
than
off
him.
on a tangent.
Thank you. I was about to do that.
Exactly.
P.S. One last thing. The Boom Power Rangers series is really good if you haven't read it yet. Anyways,
Nerd. Says the guy with a shitload of graphic novels on his shelf. Anyway,
oh, you should see my shelf, brother.
What graphic novels? No, we're not doing this now.
anyway. Sorry. I'll shut up.
Oh yeah, Parv, you have a chip sitting on your face.
Oh, I've got a complaint.
I do? Sorry, I've been zoned out for like 10 minutes. My brain just shut off.
Well, anyway, Sarah's gonna take your chip.
Sorry. We went magic on your ass. We're sorry.
He helped. It was see, that's the good thing about thaumaturgy, is it's really a group effort when it gets to be that high.
Don't get me wrong, that was actually very informative to me. I don't know a ton about Dresden.
Lore vomit. Let's get back to the lore vomit.
Yay!
Hell's mouth.
More vomit.
Ugh.
Anyway, are you human? Human. Just vanilla human. Are you human?
Am I human?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I was. Let's see here. You know, I'm looking at my sheet. Yeah, I'm human, basically.
Excellent. That means that you need to know the rules.
The rules?
The rules. There are rules. There are laws. I am what you would call an
told you that.
enforcer of those laws, a warden. You see, as we continue to blow your mind here, there's a council of wizards that govern the activities, really, of every single mortal out there that uses magic. If
Right.
you break one of these laws,
They come kick your ass.
No, not even that. There is a zero tolerance policy here. He breaks the laws, I come here to formally separate his head from his neck.
Well, I guess that's Reaganomics in action for you.
There you go. The laws are relatively straightforward, though. The first, don't kill. Do not kill with magic. That's why I have the sword. This is not magical. It can cast, but lopping through people's sinew and flesh isn't magic. That's physics.
You don't have to worry about me. I haven't even tried to kill somebody with a gun, let alone a knife or anything.
Good. Don't start.
Hey, you know what? I think if I haven't made a habit of it by the time I've reached this age, I think I'm good, but thank you.
The second law, no transforming the shape of other beings. That's why you, rat boy,
Yes.
I was sent to investigate about what was happening to other animals like you. The way I see it, you're not in violation of the law because, one, it was done to you, and two, you started out as a rat, not as a person. Although the brass has yet to determine if you are quite a person yet. Jury's still out.
I don't know.
The third law, no violating another mortal's mind. Mind reading, telepathy, screwing somebody's psyche into a puddle of soup. Don't do it, I'll kill you.
I mean, suppose I might know somebody who can do that who's not a magic user, though.
Are they doing it with psychology?
They're more of a, how do you say, mutant, I guess you could say.
If it's not magic, I don't care.
You know what? Works for me. Anyways.
Fifth law, please don't raise bodies from the dead. No summoning, no binding, no exploitation of the unwilling dead, no making whatever,
basically.
No making whatever the hell Serona is a construct. Don't do that, please.
Hey,
You and I both know that
while
zombies
we
are
had
played
this
out.
chat,
That reminds me, I need a DVR of The Walking Dead. Thank you. Anyways.
Serona's not illegal. Whoever made
What is?
her is.
Um,
Sixth law,
it's another conversation entirely, Andrew.
yes. Sixth law, do not swim against the currents of time. No, you cannot be Doctor Who. Don't do it. Seventh law, no.
hold on.
retreat-
Suppose he shows up and asks me to go in time with him. Is that a violation?
No, because he's doing it. I go to behead
Okay.
him, not you.
So it's cool if I become a companion, but I can't be the doctor. Gotcha. Moving on.
I don't know this show. Sure. Sterling doesn't know Doctor Who.
Neither do I.
He hasn't been around to watch it. Seventh law, this is the last one. No researching or dealing with the outsiders. Those are beings. Have you ever read Stephen King?
I know that they all float down here, and
Wrong book. The
a
Dark
couple of other
Tower.
things, I guess you could say.
In the Dark Tower.
Lovecraft.
Yes, yes, very good. Cthulhu. Don't contact Cthulhu. God.
Technically, Cthulhu is a fairy, but all
He
right.
is.
What do you mean Cthulhu's a fairy?
Cthulhu is a fairy. Cthulhu is not an outsider.
That is
He's
a big fairy.
He's been so pulled into our reality now because of Lovecraft. He's basically not an outsider.
Santa's also a fairy, by the way.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So,
Who's-
so
Yep.
what constitutes an outsider again?
Who's a
An
fairy? Who else is a fairy?
Santa. Santa Claus.
Oh,
I
God.
thought Santa was
I thought he was an elf.
Elves
Yes.
are fairies.
Yes, Santa is that person, but he's
By the
also
way-
a fairy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Has anybody
Dresden
else
says it very early.
Has anybody else thought it really weird, by the way, that there's two kinds of elves? Like, there's like wood elves, like Legolas, and then you have like the elves that build toys for kids.
Oh, you have
Like-
all kinds of elves.
Are they related at all? Like, where did the discrepancy come in? Like, that's the question I want answered.
That's a whole other conversation about the fairy courts and the wild fae.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get there. I don't know. It's not important right now.
Fair enough.
But,
Sorry, I'm a geek. I think these things.
but outsiders are beings that exist beyond the boundaries of the known universe. Like,
So basically, dark matter.
God.
not even that. Dark matter exists in this universe. This is stuff that you can't comprehend. I can't comprehend. Things that would turn you into a gibbering vegetable just by the mere thought of it.
Hmm.
And that's why it's forbidden.
Thank God I don't think about something on a daily basis.
Technically, none of us do.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so no killing, no using magic to make people do things that they don't want to do, no messing with their heads, no raising people from the dead, and basically just if it doesn't exist in the universe, then don't even try to contact it. Gotcha.
Exactly.
That's right. I said twin, there's only one of them in that photo.
All right. I'm hearing John Oliver.
Oh, can you turn that down or something? Because I can't close my mic.
Yes, so just get out of this house.
I am sorry.
I was gonna say Monty Python at first.
For the most part, though, the first law of magic is the one that you have to watch out for,
No killing. Gotcha.
even by accident.
That's why I know so much about martial arts.
Technically, Tabby, you're actually exempt from them. You're a dragon. You're a creature of the Never Never. Still,
Tabby's gonna stick her tongue out at you.
it's true. You're a loophole.
Right back.
She's not a
I
loophole.
was trying to avoid introducing our friend to that little reality, if you don't mind.
I didn't tell him what you are. I just told him that you're exempt.
Yes?
Hmm.
No, you just told him what I
Yeah.
was.
Huh? What?
Mary, did Sterling not say you're a dragon?
You're a creature of the Never Never.
The question is,
Thought he
You
said dragon.
said-
Okay.
okay.
Did I say dragon?
Yes, you said dragon.
I
Okay.
heard him say dragon.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm not paying
You
attention
said you're
anymore.
a dragon, you're a creature of the Never Never.
Cool. You're
Which
a dragon.
gets Tabby to stick her tongue out at you because you're like, yay, thank you for telling him what I am. Thank you very much.
Sterling repays the gesture. We're all so mature here.
Should probably get back on to what we were trying to do.
All right, back.
We need to We need to regroup a bit. I need to make some phone calls. But I
You
don't
do
think
that?
we should give them much time to regroup either.
Probably wise. You do that, I can start getting things together that I need for the tracking spell.
Please. Andrew,
Yes. Yes, hello.
we're gonna go after those girls.
Okay.
You coming?
I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah.
Even after we've kind of blown your mind a bit?
You know, I think I'll live. Anything that's kind of helping explain the day I've
Good.
been having.
You'll get used to it.
I certainly hope so. All right, so I'm going with them.
All right.
Well, Tabby's going off to make some phone calls, and she's checking to make sure Hector's okay.
Hector's fine. He's like, I am literally good as new. Like, holy crap.
Hector,
It is. Yes.
Tabby's going to give him a big hug and tell him, don't you ever scare me like that again. Dad.
Okay. Maddie's getting love. There's a kitten curled up around her.
Maddie's getting love.
No, I was just making a joke that you hadn't come to check on me.
There's a
Kitlin cuddles.
There's a kitten checking on you.
No,
Okay.
Tabby's going to come check on you in a minute. She's just...
Admittedly, Maddie, you've probably regained consciousness by now.
Sounds good.
They had a long conversation. You probably caught a little bit of the tail end of it, like fading in and out, like
As in, do not summon Cthulhu, please
out
don't.
in. All right, I'm out
Well, I
again.
think I just proved that I could, but I won't.
Please don't.
Do not summon Cthulhu, sweetheart. Don't do it.
That's even worse because then you're summoning a fairy, and fairies
Yeah, I
are
was gonna say,
complicated.
don't say that name a third time.
Haster.
What is he, Beetlejuice?
You know,
Apparently.
that's a fairy thing.
No, that can actually be an anybody thing.
Well, yeah, a never thing.
An anybody thing.
Well, no, it doesn't really work on
Weirdly-
mortals. They can't appear.
You can still compel a mortal.
Okay. Back in character.
Yes.
Was the Beetlejuice thing in character?
Hector's getting a hug.
Sterling's
No, I
being
don't think so.
awkward.
Hector hugs you back. It's okay. I'm here.
And he's been called Dad.
It's okay, kid.
Now that you're better, I'm going to go kick some ass.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Be careful."
They managed to kick your butt. I'm going in full force.
He looks at you
I'm
and
not
goes,
going in half-cocked.
Do you think that they don't know that? Do you think that they're not ready for that? Where do you think they're hiding
I know
out?
they're ready.
What do you think they're going to do?
A stronghold of some kind.
Why would they be in a stronghold?
Batten down the hatches and wait for a siege?
Why would they do that?
Because they want me to come after them?
Oh, I think they want you
Because
to
they
come
know it's
after
what
them.
I'm going to do because they've got me mad?
Yeah. So where do you think they went?
Either someplace that's open where they can lay a siege of their own, or someplace that's battened down tight.
No. What did they first try to do? What was their first method of
Oh,
attack?
crap.
What? What did you realize?
They've either attacked my stores by now, Or they've gone to my stronghold.
Maybe. Or it's possible they did something else. What did you foil? You went up against them the first time and you won. What were they trying to do?
They were trying to turn the store owners against me.
Okay. And now what are you planning on doing?
Moving against them.
So where's the best spot for them to be?
Where my people can see them.
Not see them, see you. Where your people can see what you do. Probably not knowing what they did.
Probably. So then we do need to wait.
Possibly. It'll give them time to regroup. Probably will give them time to come at you again.
Probably, but I can be ready for them to come at me again.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I've got some phone calls to make.
Possibly. Don't
Lots
go
of
running
them.
off half-cocked. Don't go walking into any traps they set. Because you could walk in there, win the battle, and lose the war.
Because they can turn it against me. That was one of the things I've been fearing, that they will find some way to turn my righteous action into something that can be used for fire to burn down everything. Yeah. I've got calls to make. I think me making phone calls might find out where they are faster than his spell.
Possibly.
If I call the right people. You have a way of calming my mind. Thanks.
What else are friends for?
You're hardly a friend. Or something more.
He smiles and he nods and he ruffles your hair. He's like, I know.
Hey. Messed up enough in the fight. Don't make it
He
worse.
slaps you in the face. He's like, don't talk back. I nearly died and you're going to talk back to me?
Yes. Because I helped bring you back. You're going to mess up my hair?
Just shakes his head and messes up your hair a little more. Turns, he's like, I gotta get this place back in order, and starts trying to fix the place.
Sorry, we only healed you. Tabby starts making phone calls.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sterling's going to go ahead and give a cup of water that he retrieves from wherever the kitchen is.
Okay.
To Maddie.
Are you going over to talk to Maddie?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going over to Maddie. Tabby's walking off.
Tabby's
And-
just making a bunch of phone calls in Chinese.
Maddie, you have a angry spellcaster bringing you water.
Grumpy Wizard.
Grumpy Tattoo Wizard.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Thanks.
He goes silent and awkward.
So does she. She drinks her water so she doesn't have to open her mouth.
Kitlin is a fox in her lap right now.
So, are you going to cut my head off or what?
No.
Right. Well, where's my book? It's kind of important.
Which book? Your textbook?
No, the spell book.
He points to it.
Right. I'm going to very gingerly and wobbly get up and put my medical kit and my books away in my bag.
Kitlin is like,
Well, I'll carry her, I guess.
Fox doesn't want to be put down.
Fox noises.
I'm hungry. Are you usually hungry after doing something like that?
Famished. Five Guys does wonders. After spell refuel.
Can you point me in a direction? She's like rubbing her head.
It's probably not a good idea to go outside since those girls went and attacked.
Who?
Two girls with Oni tattoos on their shoulders. One was red, one was blue. And they had some blunt trauma weapons. Hence how Master Taurus here sort of met the short end of the not proverbial stick.
I see. So, are they actually demon chicks, or are they just pretending?
I don't know. That's something important I should know, because if they are, I can roast them with magic. If they're not, then I have to use this little pig stick here.
Roast? Ugh, I need a nap.
Tabby is in the other room, speaking frantically into her phone in Chinese.
Sterling's still sitting with Maddie.
Do you know what she's saying?
Not a clue. I speak French, I speak Latin, I speak sarcasm. That's about it.
Noted.
You might want to learn Latin yourself, though. White Council meetings aren't always in Latin.
Dude, I'm a doctor. I've been studying Latin for a long time.
You'll fit right in.
Don't think I've ever tried to speak it conversationally, though. At least not since high school.
It's not that tough. The way I learned it, my teacher and me, he took me to France once, and we were practicing. The entire trip, we spoke nothing but conversational Latin. That was how I did it, through immersion. It sucked at first, but after a while, if you're presented with no other choice, you adapt.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Hence, all of this. Like, a month ago, I was interning to be a surgeon, and now magical circles and blood sacrifices and ley lines in the ground, and I just don't know who I am anymore or what all of this is.
Do you think you're a wizard? I think you've got
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
A wizard is, well, you've got talents, you've got sorcerers, you've got wizards. Sort of like a stepladder. Talents, you can usually do one small thing, and you can usually do it well, but you're not really a caster yet. Sorcerers, you can do one thing, and you can do it very, very well. You can specialize, but you can't really do much of anything else. Wizards, with enough practice and talent, you can do it all. You gotta be careful, though.
Alright, let's say I recently found out that some of my family history includes sorcerers, but I don't know what that makes me.
Possibly someone with a latent talent.
I'm not interested in what they did.
Not interested. Why?
Well, again, up until a couple weeks ago, I thought my mom was a nice little lady from suburbia who'd never done anything weird in her life. Just recently I found out that my mother died in some sort of demon ritual. Not so much interested in that.
Probably a good deterrence as any. I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, well, it's not like I knew her. Still disturbing to hear, though.
Yeah. As he talks to you, you're sort of noticing that Sterling has a bit of a nervous tick. Or rather, not a tick, more of a tell. He runs his thumb over the inside of his wrist.
What's that about?
Are you asking him?
Yes.
Nothing.
I don't believe you, but if you don't want to talk about it, that's something else.
Have you ever, third eye? Soul gaze? Any of that before?
Riley did that to me.
Have you ever initiated?
Don't think so. Haven't been overly tempted to try since I learned about all of this.
Might be wise to sort of get you in the practice of thinking that you can. Relatively simple, though. Just don't look anybody straight in the eyes for a long period of time. A couple seconds is really all it takes, though. Just stare at people's noses a lot. It's what I do.
Maybe I should try, just to see if something happens.
If you try with me, it's just going to happen anyway because I can do it.
No, I know. I was thinking maybe Kit.
You could go for her. I actually, when she came to jailbreak me, she was glamored. I didn't recognize her. So I looked.
I don't know. I don't know if she's like here enough to answer the question. Would she let me try?
I think I don't know. I guess that's up to her.
Well, no, I'm asking Brandon.
I'm sure she's asleep right now, but
Okay.
I'm sure she would. I'm sure she would.
Right.
Look at her eyes, and you stare deeply into each other's eyes like you have so many times before. And just like so many times before, nothing happens.
Right. Well, that answers that question then.
Usually that means no sight either.
Wouldn't know what that is.
The sight, have you ever heard of, well, it's not really medicine, but chakras?
Yeah.
The one...
we learned about all that stuff. Never really anything I believed in.
Okay. Well, there's one chakra here on your forehead. That is your third eye chakra. This particular chakra, you can open and close it like, well, an eye. And doing that is called using the sight. When you use the sight, you see things as they truly are. Past all the bullshit, past all the real world glamours and whatnot. Things that are, things that were, things that will be. Past, present, future, all together.
That sounds horrible.
It is. It's everything you see with this. You will never forget, not even a single glimpse of whatever you see with the sight. It just... Your vision and the memory of that vision is so perfect that it becomes seared into your brain, whatever that you see with it. Young apprentices, they think, well, freaking great. I can just look through my forehead and see all the things that I need to learn and study. That's not even the half of it. You can see shit that you don't want to see.
Yeah, you're not selling me on this sight thing. Why would I want it?
That's the point. You don't. It just, I don't know.
Why are you asking me about this?
Because sometimes when you first realize that you can do it, you see something that you really just don't want to see.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that why you rub your wrist?
Yeah. Something like that. You wanna, if I can steal one of Brandon's DM shoes for a second here? You wanna make can she make an alertness check on Sterling to notice something?
Sure.
That would mean that I have to know what my alertness is.
Yes.
1. Not looking overly good. Not so bad.
You're not quite sure, but it looks like the tattoos on his arms aren't just tattoos. They're scar cover-ups. Very specifically, razor blade, self-harm scars.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. He's seen shit.
Right. Well, actually, her being who she is, she'd probably try to grab his arm and, like, touch them. Like, you're not still doing that, are you?
Does she do that?
Yes.
No. That's what the tattoos are there for. See all that pretty art on me? Drawings. If I cut, then I fuck them up. It's my armor. He takes his hand back.
Well, I guess it's not the worst trick I've ever heard, but if there's something in your mind that makes you want to hurt yourself, it'll come out in other ways. Bad decisions, putting yourself in bad situations, not being as careful as you should be.
You hit the nail on the head.
I don't know you yet.
So that's why he's such an ass. Because he doesn't have an outlet for it anymore.
Yes, you do.
You might consider dealing with the root cause. However it is you need to. You have people that you talk to?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I'd try to sort out
Hang on. I
whatever
have
it
to roll
is.
for bluff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do I have anything in deceit? Of course I don't. He's fucking lying.
Huh. Okay. Well, maybe you need some new ones. Is there such a thing as a therapist in the White Council?
Fuck no.
Maybe there should be.
Yeah, there should be.
Seriously, though, find someone you're comfortable talking to.
Or punching.
Has our dragon returned to the conversation?
I don't know. Has her phone calls given any fruit?
You'd have to roll contacts for that.
Oh, she's just calling everybody. Ugh.
Yeah, you'd have to roll contacts.
Contacts. I know.
She's just calling everyone. Yeah. We'll see if you
I'm starting
do that.
with 111, 111,
just mean she's-
1111, and going from there.
She's calling all her people. That's right. I don't actually have contacts on this character. I
Oh.
should. And I don't.
She's just calling up the store owners. And calling her grandfather, too.
Yeah, word on the street, they're at the big grocery store that is owned and operated by Mr. Ganyu. Ganyu.
Is he one of the guys that's actually on her side or not?
No, he's the guy who is on the other guy's side.
Okay, so the people that she manages to talk to, she's going to warn them to be careful and to stay away from that place because they don't mean any good, those two ladies. She's trying to spread the word through her contacts to avoid those two women at all costs because they mean no good.
Oh, if we'd gone half-cocked, we would have rolled up into that grocery store and just fucking wrecked the place.
Exactly.
No. It would have been a total disaster. You guys probably could have won the fight,
But
and
we would have lost the war.
oh yeah, Ganyu, as soon as you rolled in, would have started screaming to the place, "Look at what the dragon does!"
Exactly. So yeah, Tabby will come back into the conversation.
Because the other most beautiful thing is, the only way you're going to shut him up is if you hurt him. And if you hurt him, he wins.
Exactly. Okay, so Tabby will come back into the conversation.
Well, that's just the problem. It's just another form of self-destructive behavior.
What is?
Punching people for no better reason than an outlet.
Not if it's meditative.
Well, I humbly disagree.
But
And she kind of flops back onto the floor.
Sometimes it isn't the punching that's important, it's the camaraderie, the friendship that's gained through the act of training with another.
Well, that's
Gives you
different.
Gives you an outlet to talk when you get done. You work out the aggression and the energy in the body, and then you work out the aggression in the mind.
Sorry, did I ask you guys to become my shrinks?
Friend! Part of job description.
Alright. Did I ask you guys to become my shrinks?
Stubborn and impulsive.
Thank you.
No, I'm simply making an offer.
I didn't. I told you to find someone.
And I thought we had a very constructive conversation in the basement a couple days ago.
However, you also do work for the dragon, which means you work for Tabby, which means you have to do what she says. which means you have to not be stubborn and impulsive, or somehow figure out a way to be stubborn and impulsive, but do what she says.
It's not an order. It's simply an offer.
I mean, you want to know what it fucking is, really? It's just my own head. That's the stupid part of it. It's literally just me.
What about you?
My first time at the site, I saw ghosts. Nothing really huge or horrible or terrifying about that. It was just a ghost. It had died. It
Then
was dead.
Then perhaps you should talk to Eddie.
That's not the issue. It's...
Maddie's going to chip in from the floor where she is covering her eyes with the back of her hand because she has a headache. You're scared. It's okay to be scared. You just don't want to be. You won't admit it.
It's not even... It's not the choice that I get to be scared or not be scared. It's that my mind tells me that I'm always scared. It's an anxiety disorder.
Then it's how you deal with that fear. Do you think...
So sitting over in a corner is a man, or a rat, depending on which form he wants to be in a... just listening to all this.
He's a fly on the wall at this point.
Basically.
Well, he knows a little something about fear.
Everyone is scared of something. And it's how you deal with that fear.
You saw me deal with fear today. What did I do?
Have you ever done a circle before?
What?
A circle. Have you ever done this before?
No.
What the fuck, man?
I mean, you probably practiced them, like, you would probably have been practicing them at home, but you hadn't actually used them.
Yeah. That's what I assume you meant. I've never cast something from a circle before.
I saw you pull off some of the most intricate, complex, thaumaturgical work. What you just did, I can't do that. Biomancy definitely is not my specialty, but... Like, this was your first... He's still wrapping his head around it. Like, what the
Sorry, to borrow a quote from a show, I assume
Oh, you cut out there.
Sarah.
She died.
Hopefully she comes back in a few seconds.
No. Necromancy is illegal.
Tabby's going to walk over to Parvis.
Sorry. All right. So you said from a show.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Ah, yay.
Yeah.
Yes. To borrow a quote from a show that I at least have been watching obsessively, she's going to peek one eye out from behind her hand and look at Sterling and say, I read the book and I followed the instructions.
What show is that?
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
He just gestures weakly at the circle. You're fucking incredible. Is what I'm trying to say. That was nuts. That was crazy.
Do you know why I could do that?
Because you believed.
Because I didn't really give two shits about what happened to me. I had a life to save. And I held that thought in my head. That's
All right.
what keeps surgeons standing over operating tables for 36 hours doing exactly what I just did. Only that man didn't have the time.
See, now you're giving me the shrink talk, and yet you sort of, it didn't matter to you if you died?
No.
Guess everybody's got their issues.
Maddie kind of growls. Not Maddie, sorry, Caitlin kind of growls.
It mattered to me if I failed. Why do you think I lost it when I made your dog sick? By the way, pretty sure I figured out how to fix that.
What?
Your dog.
You can fix Dumpling?
Yeah, and I can fix Kit's eye too. Probably not for a couple days. Gotta eat and sleep.
Well, he kind of goes quiet again.
You have to decide what kind of person you want to be. Are you a person who serves yourself? Are you a person who serves others? Do you have a goal, a code, a center? I've dedicated my life to saving lives and to improving lives and to giving comfort. I have been studying this since I was 7.
That could
Because
be part of the
from
reason why she's got you beat in the whole being able to do magic. I mean, you've been only practicing for like the past, I don't know, like few years. She's apparently been practicing her whole life.
No. I haven't been practicing magic.
Yeah,
I've decided
but
I've
the
been
skills
working
translate.
towards a goal. Seems to me like most of what you care about right now is hating yourself. And who does that help?
He doesn't say anything. Because she is right.
Find something to care about. It doesn't have to be you. I think with that, she's probably going to pass out again. It's a lot of thinking on a totally tapped brain.
And it's nearly midnight.
I mean, I was just letting it run because you all are having some really awesome scenes. So, I mean, this is all of an extra innings right now. Like, you guys did everything that you needed to do. You saved Hector. You figured out that going after the girls is a bad idea, probably right now.
Well, Tabby's going to, have people that are going to let her know when they leave, and she's asked her contacts to keep an eye on things while she prepares.
I got chips for being an ass.
And Maddie saved the day.
Yes.
Yay!
Hooray! I was useful, guys.
That's
I didn't
so
ruin
sweet.
everything.
Yes. Tabby will ask Maddie if Maddie's okay. Are you okay, Maddie?
She's asleep.
Okay. Because Tabby was about to offer to order you food.
She probably would appreciate food. The thing that I loved, I played it out. I was like, all right, now we've got Maddie's time to shine. I've got it all planned out. This is gonna totally work. And it's gonna help her feel better. And then it's like, no, the medical person's gonna kill your guy. Okay, go for it. I'm like,
Admittedly, Tabby didn't remember that Maddie could do that.
I mean, it wouldn't really have mattered. because he was on his way out anyway. Anything.
If she had failed again. Probably
That
would have
was
mattered to
Tabby was
her.
saying that they at least had to try.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have let you failed, Maddie. Somewhere in that prickly, icy nest of barbed wire, Sterling has a heart. Probably.
Soft and squishy.
But if he's really like that self-deprecating, then he has a particularly large and vulnerable one.
Oh yes, he does. He's kind of a mess. That's usually how I throw my characters into any given RP. I give them one redeeming quality and catch.
It's a good place to start.
Admittedly, I do like that this is apparently the second game in which you're currently playing Anger Wizard.
Anger Wizard is best wizard.
So are we done for the night then?
Epica,
yes,
fuck you!
I don't know. I think Cancer Wizard is
Is that me? That's horrible.
No, that's somebody else.
That's the
That's an
Unknown Armies
NPC.
game.
That's a different character altogether.
The Cancer
Yep.
Mancer.
Yep.